Hi, everybody. My name is Cheryl Purdy, and I will be your instructor for CIT 482 System Security 1. And I want to take a few minutes to welcome you to the class and to just kind of walk through to familiarize you with the course setup. So, let's start with the announcements. This, of course, is the welcome announcement, and I'm sure you've already seen this as you are accessing this video as we speak here. Again, welcome to the class. Here is my contact information. Okay, my email address, cheryl.purdy@wku.edu, and my phone, 270-929-4375. The best way to contact me is through email. When you email me, though, if you don't mind, please put the course name or the course number there, because I am teaching more than one course for Western. Class location, of course, it's an online class. The syllabus we're going to look at in just a few minutes. Required materials, this is in the syllabus too. Late policy, as there are 45 of you all in this class, I just cannot accept any late work. If I did, then I would be grading nonstop. So no late work is going to be accepted. Participation in attendance. It is an online course. Of course, there's no classroom attendance, but you need to remain active in the class, and you need to check your email, and you need to check Blackboard regularly and keep up with the due dates, and be sure to allow plenty of time to complete your work for the class. If you're lost, check with the syllabus and the master course schedule. And then if you still have questions, be sure to let me know, because I'll be glad to help you. Okay, this week we're going to go through the Getting Started content area. This week you're going to email me as directed in Getting Started to verify that your access to MindTap is enabled. You're going to do a pretest. You're going to do 2 hands-on projects from the textbook, and this is we're going to create a virtual machine, and then you're going to install Windows 10 on the virtual machine, and then introduce yourself through the discussion forum. If you have any questions, again, be sure to let me know. That's why I'm here, to help you. So, let's go to the start here. Alright, this link that says start the course here, you obviously have found that because you're watching this video. A welcome. This is a welcome to you from me. And it gives my name and a little information about me. I'm always happy to help. Just be sure and let me know. My contact information and my background. Okay, I also teach at Owensboro Community and Technical College. I do digital forensics for Davis County Sheriff's Department. I've been sworn with them for 8 years, and I have several industry certifications, 2 in regular IT, and then several also in the digital forensics field. And I just included this collage to show you I'm a real person. These are the people in my family. I have 2 daughters and 2 son-in-laws and a husband, and of course this little guy is he's pretty special. So, moving on. The syllabus. We're going to go over the syllabus. Okay, Here are the objectives of the course, the catalog description and the objectives. And all of these objectives are going to be covered through MindTap virtual labs, hands-on labs on your own computer, quizzes, exams, and discussion forums. Okay, required materials. We're going to be using the Security Plus Guide to Network Security Fundamentals, but we're going to be using the MindTap version of this book. It gives you the entire book in an online format, and it provides lab content in this online format also. Okay, my contact information, again, my email and my phone. Point values, they'll have MindTap labs, chapter quizzes in Blackboard, hands-on projects that you do in on your own computer, discussions, there'll be a midterm, and then the final exam. And unless you're new to Western, you know by now that the final exam is always proctored, and it is to count a minimum of 25% of your grade. So the final exam in this course will be 250 points. Grading scale is typical, 900 to 1,000, which is the equivalent of a 90 to 100. 800 to 899, and so forth. Contingency points. I am giving you 25 contingency points. That means that for whatever reason you can lose 25 points and you can still have 100 average. Here is a link to the academic calendar. Here are the types of activities in this course. As I said, there are MindTap live virtual machine labs and simulations. There are individual unit quizzes. There are hands-on labs, classroom discussion, and the midterm, and then the final. Okay, again, final exams are proctored, and they are to count a minimum of 25% of your grade. Discussion forums are scored based on the timeliness, the style and mechanics, comprehension, and then references in APA format. Feedback. As a rule, I grade everything in the week following when it was due. That includes tests, labs, discussion forum, post, and so forth. Academic standards. Of course, plagiarism is a giant no-no. No harmful, threatening, or abusive content in the discussion forums. We treat each other with respect. Academic honesty. Again, your work is to be your own. Navigation. Computer access. You are expected to have a computer that is capable of doing the labs and so forth. Technology issues, late assignments. No late assignments will be accepted. Grievance policy. Title IX statement. ADA accommodations. If you have accommodations, I believe, will be sending me information from SARC. Okay, so this is the syllabus. Let's look at the master schedule. Okay, on the master schedule, I have the week, the start date of the week, and the due date for all of the assignments. And then I have also what unit is covered here. In this textbook, there are 14 units, but you're going to be using the same textbook in the spring semester for System Security 2. So I have made this course very rich in lab content, and we will cover 8 chapters in this course. And with each chapter, there will be MindTap labs, and then there will be lab content that will be performed on your own computer. For each week, I have outlined the assignment. I have the point value of the assignment. Like, for example, this is the MindTap lab content. Week 2, it's worth 20 points. Test your knowledge, those are the quizzes, and they are in Blackboard. These are the point values of the quizzes. The discussion forums, these are the point values of the discussion forums. The hands-on projects are projects that are completed on your own computer, point values for those. And then the pretest you're going to do is worth 10. The midterm is 100, and the midterm paper is 50 points. And then, of course, the final exam is 250. If you come across any mistakes I may have made, be sure to ask about those. Let me know. Okay, textbook. Again, we talked about this in the syllabus. The textbook is the MindTap version of Security Plus Guide to Network Security Fundamentals. Frequently asked questions. There's a PDF of those. I won't go through those, but those are the FAQs. Okay, and in this first week, you're going to send me an email and to tell me that you're ready to start the course. And in this email, you're going to send me a screen capture from MindTap so that I know that you've been able to get into it and access the content without any issues. And you're also going to tell me what day Unit 2 assignments are due. Okay, and that is going to be here in the master schedule. Okay, Unit 2, those assignments are due September 16th. And now we're ready to start the course. So, we're going to go on to the course content area and just kind of browse through this. Okay, first of all, this link will take you to the entire MindTap curriculum for the course. And here in MindTap, I'm not sure if you will have these top 3, but they are not able to be deleted. So, but we're going to start here with Part 1. And in Part 1, we have Unit 1, Unit 2, and then at the end of the unit is a virtual machine lab. And each of the units has a unit, or each of the parts has a virtual machine lab for that particular part. And we're going to go back the last week of the course and do these 3 live virtual machine labs at the end of each part. So this first week, you're going to look at Introduction to Security. In the read, I have the preview. And the preview tells you the objectives of this unit. Next is the actual textbook. And it will go to the same place that where you left off. which where I left off in Chapter 1 is I was looking through the hands-on projects. You can go to the content and that takes you back to the beginning of the chapter. Now, hands-on projects, let's talk about that. At the end of each chapter is the hands-on projects, and those are the projects that you'll be doing on your own computer. For example, here in Chapter 1, you're going to do Project 1.4. You're going to create a virtual machine of Windows 10 for security testing. Now, I have you to do this because many of you don't like installing software on your own computer. And by using a virtual machine at the end of the semester or the end of the year, whenever you're finished with this course, you can just delete the virtual machine and it hasn't affected your production machine at all. So we're going to do 1.4 and it walks you through there. And 1.5. 1.5 is where you're going to install Windows 10. Okay, in Unit 1, here's the simulation where it's over understanding the various attack types. And here is a live virtual machine lab. And you'll be doing those two, and they will be scored within the MindTap portal. Each of those is worth 10 points. And then the last thing in Unit 1 is a PowerPoint to review the content. And it will take you through the content of the entire chapter. Okay, so let's close out of this and let's go back to Blackboard. All right, week 1. This week, you're going to do projects 1.4 and 1.5, which we just discussed. You're going to do those and you're going to create a Windows 10 virtual machine. You are going to introduce yourself and respond to at least one other student. You're going to do a pre-test, okay? It's a pre-test over the entire contents of the book, okay? It will not count as a grade. At the end of the first week, you will receive either 15 out of 15 for completing the pre-test, or you'll receive a 0 out of 15 if you do not complete it. And at the end here, I have created a tutorial for setting up your virtual machine. I know some of you feel extremely confident with virtual machines and some of you don't. So this will kind of help you to get started. All right, week 1 salary. You're going to complete the assignment for the week as it is described up there. For projects 1.4 and 1.5, you're going to do a screen capture upon the completion of installing Windows 10. And you're going to paste that capture into a Word document and then upload the Word document to Blackboard through this assignment link. And then, in addition, for week 1, I've attached this. Some of you may be interested in the Global Knowledge 2019 salary report, and it takes the various areas of IT and it shows you what average salaries across the country are. Okay, and let's see, let's go on and look at week 2 here. This is week 2. It also explains what you need to do. It has a video lecture that I've recorded. Okay, this lecture follows along with the content in the book. Some of you prefer lecture or video lectures, and some of you are like, oh man, I don't want to watch that. You know, if you don't want to watch it, it's fine. the same content is in the textbook. I have included the PowerPoint that goes along with what I have used here. The Unit 1, Read. It takes you directly to MindTap in that particular content area. And the Review, the same thing. It takes you to MindTap, into that particular area of MindTap. Then you have the quiz, and then the lab component. This is week 2, but I just wanted to familiarize you with this as well. Okay, in week 2, you're going to do a simulation in MindTap. You're going to do a virtual machine in MindTap and a discussion forum. And I've put links here in Blackboard for you. This simulation, if you click on this link, it takes you directly to that simulation area in MindTap. You can always access everything just by going directly into MindTap, but I've also put the links in there for you too. So, start your assignment. And then you'll be ready to begin. And you just follow the instructions there in MindTap. Same thing is true with the Live Virtual Machine Lab. The link takes you directly to that point in MindTap. And then you start the assignments, okay? And I've already done this, so if I were going to do this, I would click here to start again. Am I sure I want to start again? Yeah. Okay. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with MindTap, these are the virtual machines that are actually used that MindTap has set up for you. In this, it gives you the lab diagram, which is each of these machines. And it's going to tell you which machines you're going to be working with in this lab. PLAB DC01, which is now powered on, and PLAB DM01. And that machine is powered off, so you may need to manually power it on. Sometimes they will power on automatically, but sometimes they don't. Okay, and at the bottom, after you've completed what it says on this page, then you just go to Next. Okay, and each of them walks you through the steps that are necessary to complete the lab. In addition, okay, again, we're walking through the steps here. Okay, in addition, there are places throughout here that it will tell you to take a screenshot. And it puts the screenshot there. Puts it right there in the lab. Okay, moving on. Okay, and the last page, this is what I started to say, in addition to the lab, the last page provides some summary questions for you to complete. And then you will see when you're finally finished, you just submit the report. You can do these more than once, but you will need to do them in one setting. In other words, you cannot do part of the lab and then go away and then come back tomorrow and do another part of the lab. It does not retain your content. So you have to do it in one setting. Okay, and last, let's talk about the discussion forums. Okay, I have a forum here for Ask the Professor. Okay, it's an ungraded forum. If you have any questions, feel free to post them here. And if I have not answered and you see someone has posted a question and you know the answer to it, by all means, please go ahead and answer that question. You know, this is a learning community and we learn from each other. Okay, introductions. This is for this first week. Introduce yourself and then respond to at least one other student. Hands-on labs, that's another ungraded forum, but whenever we're working on the lab content, if you have questions, please post them here. And again, you know, if I haven't responded, but someone has a question and you know what the answer is, by all means, you know, help them out. You know, it's a learning community and we learn from each other. And then each of the weeks we have, you know, a variety of lab content or a variety of discussion forum content. So that pretty much covers the course. Go ahead and get started with the start here and go through there and then go through the week 1 content. And if you have any questions, let me know.